episode 75 of Series 5 of Master League Story Mode. Oh, and before I get going, I've got some stuff to talk about, but is that a Maxi Romero shows great promise, as in he's on a dramatic improvement? Holy shit, it's happened! Someone mentioned something about Maxi going on to dramatic improvement in the last episode. In the comments, I ignored it, I didn't spot it. Well, thank God we hung on to him. This is where he really starts to go into the stratosphere, but anyway, let's not get excited about that. First, we've got something else to get excited about. I'm sure a lot of you have seen all the announcements about Master League 2020, or PES, PES, Prevo, whatever you want to call it. But, I mean, I'm excited about Master League and Become a Legend, but really, any improvements, hopefully, to Master League will help with Become a Legend as well. So it's Master League where I really have interest. And it's looking pretty promising so far. I'm actually, as I record this, the next live stream about, which I think has more information about Master League, is going on, so I'm sort of missing that. But anyone who follows me on Twitter will have seen me getting very excited, and the reason is there finally seems to be a mechanic included back within Master League where things like, well, I know for a fact that press conferences with multiple choice answers, a bit like Football Manager, are going to be included, and in theory, from what I've seen so far, what you say in those will help influence the form of your team. I don't know what else. Maybe, just hopefully, also things like not playing players will mean their form goes down, and not playing players will mean that they want to leave. That's absolutely key. Some of you remember last series, we had the whole Frank Honorat thing at the beginning, where he was one of our best players, and then his release fee got triggered and he left, and it was painful, it was anger-inducing, but it was exciting. It added to the narrative. A player deciding, well, he didn't want to play for us anymore. And if we can have a little bit more of that in 2020, thanks to this dialogue stuff and anything else that's sort of connected to it, then I'm going to be very pleased. So, yeah, positive signs so far. Obviously, they're talking about fixing the transfers. They've said that for a while. It can get better. Of course it can. And there's potentially a few other bits in Master League as well that they haven't really spoken about. So, very excited there. And obviously, they've announced a September release date. Well, I can announce a little release date of my own, then actually I realise I haven't mentioned to anyone. But I am expecting, well, me and my wife are expecting another baby, yes! And he, yep, it is a little boy, is coming in October. So, yeah, we may get to start PES 2020. I don't know how active I'll be about a month in, but it's fine. We'll be able to start the series, and then from there, well, we've been through a pregnancy before. We made it through just about. Videos came out for a bit, so yeah, now I'm going to have 2 babies. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to keep pushing through. You know I wouldn't want to be away from this for too long. So anyway, there we are, 2 big bits of news. New PES Master League looking exciting. New PSM baby on the way. If you've got any suggestions for names, then let me know. Maxi's quite a cool name. I haven't really got anything planned, so yeah, any suggestions? Juan believable? Could work. Anyway, last episode, how did we get on? Well, we had that disappointing 1-0 loss to Newcastle, our first loss of the season. We came back strong though with a 3-0 win over Brighton, but now only 3 days later we're back into the Premier League. We've got a trip to Wales on our hands, and then only 3 days after that, we've got a big Champions League group stage against Ajax. That's going to mean a lot to a lot of the players in this side. But anyway, back to the side, and yes, Maxi Romero, dramatic improvement. He is going to get very, very good very quickly. That's very exciting. And everyone else is looking good today, except for a little bit tired in some places. I think against any side to start Goni, I think Cardiff's going to be it. So we'll give Bernardo a rest because he is looking dangerously tired. Lucasen could certainly do with a rest as well. I think we'll start Gnabry and then just rotate this all the way round. Don't want De Jong playing as a centre-back, but he can do a pretty fine job at defensive mid. So that's all fine. Gnabry and Juan Brunetta in the centre. That's going to be interesting. Shall we start the Assmann? I mean, we do need Butland for the Champions League group game. Or do we need him for... I mean, he's going to need to rest at some point. You'd think Cardiff would be a side that we could get away with resting him against. So it's going to be the Assmann and Goni starting today. Takes us down to 83 team spirit. It's not ideal, but rotation is going to have to happen. And Butland and Bernardo and Lucasen were the 3 players we needed to rest. We're a little bit lightweight today. And the Assmann, yeah, that's, let's hope, well, is it, who's that? Reed up top. Hoylett's a bit dangerous. Mendes Lang's got some pace, but this is not a good Cardiff City side. They've got a 65 rated keeper and a what looks to be very old 69 rated centre-back. I certainly think this is going to be a score more goals than they do game. I think we're going to concede, but I think we've got more goals in us. So looking back at the comments, it was Ahmad Fadli who said, about time Romero got a dramatic improvement. I sort of read that as, it's about time Romero got a dramatic improvement, isn't it? He's been excellent. Obviously, you were eagle-eyed at the end of the episode. You spotted that one, and I didn't. Which isn't that surprising, really, but I'm very excited to see how far he can go. We were so close to selling him. So close. If it hadn't been for the sell-on fee that we gave to PSV, we may not have him in the side now, and who knows what sort of dross we'd have up top. But as it stands, we've got the world's top striker, and he's on a dramatic improvement, and he's still so young, still so far to go. Let's see him rip this Cardiff City defence apart. Oh, what a ball through to Rawls. Oh no, the Assmann's off his line. No. Assmann wasn't quick enough and we're caught out by a ball. Cut out our entire defence. God, he came out too far. Maybe Sessegnon would have done okay if we'd allowed him to try and tackle him, but the Assmann was too risky. Straight off his line there. Oh dear, the Assmann. That's not a good start to his Leeds career. Brunetta, that's nice. Now Gnabry over the top looking for Maxi Romero. Oh, lovely take. It has to be here. If he gets near the goal, he's going to score a lot of goals. He's on a dramatic improvement. That's why I'm not even that bothered about conceding. We knew we were going to concede today. We've got a severely reduced quality back line today. But Gnabry, what a ball in, and that's a lovely finish. Right, let's go again. We're just going to have to keep scoring goals and keep conceding. Oh, Mendes Lang in behind Sessegnon. Sessegnon slips on the wet pitch here. Rawls, that's a clever ball in. Reed with the turn. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's a nasty deflection, but Assmann really slow. Oh, you've got to laugh because you would cry. I mean, it's quite good build-up. It's come off Gonny. It's just trickled past Assmann, who puts me in mind of the, was it Thai goalkeeper for the women's Thailand national team against America, who looked like someone playing five-a-side who didn't want to be in goal. Was making only the smallest effort possible, and that looked like the Assmann there. Oh, this is well worked here. Sessegnon can't get near Rawls this time. The Assmann effective off his line. Sessegnon now. Need to see him driving forward. He was the bright spark in the last episode. Sessegnon now into Brunetta. One more ball into Lutman. He likes to score from this position. Straight at the keeper. Well, half-time nearly upon us. We could do with that second goal now. Okay, minor cause for concern here as we're about to end this first half. We haven't scored the second goal that we were so confident of scoring. But Chidozi's got ahead of his man. It'll come out now to Ryan Sessegnon. We'll get the shot off with the right foot. Straight into the defenders. And they'll clear here. And half-time is upon us. 2 goals in 14 minutes. And yeah, the Assmann, tricky debut for him. Gonny, sort of at fault for the second. Look, we've got more goals in us. I'm not even worried. Please, do I sound worried? I'm not worried, all right? Gonny wins it back just about there. He's able to find Anamola. Lovely ball into Maxi. Can he step inside onto the left foot? There it is. There it is. Just get in the fucking ball. It's as simple as that. This is not rocket science. This isn't brain surgery. It's not rocket surgery. Just get it to Maxi. Look at that. First touch. Explosive is not the word. So, corner here for Cardiff. 65 minutes in. It's going to be Tavares to put it in. Mendes Lang is unmarked. Fuck! Come on! Who's marking him? Who's that? Serge Gnabry. Pfft, poor. I mean, the Assmann didn't even really attempt to save that. Fine. Score 2. Oh, the Chidoza wins it back. Sessegnon now into Gnabry. Lays it off to De Jong and now into Juan Brunetta. Starting to feel a little bit of pressure here. Brunetta cuts into Maxi. Onto the left. Cheat mode activated, but this doesn't actually change the fact that we are not winning yet, and I'm starting to get a bit concerned here. Pretty simple stuff. Into Maxi. First touch, second touch. Thank you very much. Carbon copy of his, was it his first? Anyway, come on, let's win this now. Stop fucking around. Nervo through here. Goni back. Oh, that's great defending. And good distribution as well to find Lookman. We've got a real chance on the break here. As we go inside to Serge Gnabry. Kluivert's made a good run. Gnabry's chosen to go alone here. Ball inside to Maxi Romero. Surely! Oh, no! Yes! There's the fourth for Maxi Romero. Well, we've done this the hard way by playing two comically bad defensive players that we knew might be a liability this season. I don't think they're completely to blame for us shipping 3 goals away to Cardiff, but they are certainly part of the problem rather than part of the solution. Maxi Romero there with a very casual little flick off the post, but he's got the awareness to follow up and finish. Right, let's hold on to this. Lookman inside to Kluivert. He drifts away from his man here. Justin Kluivert with the flick. It's wide, but it doesn't matter. We got the win in the end. We did it the really, really hard way, forcing our captain to score 4 goals, essentially on his own. They'll call this the Maxi Romero performance. And it certainly was. It was all Maxi today. Maybe I should call my son Maxi. Look, I'm not saying we didn't bother defending because we knew Maxi had 4 goals in him. We certainly didn't say that. But, I mean, look at that. Actually, no really bad performances throughout the side. Goni with a 6. Actually, Goni looked good. The Assmann, not so much. Man, was he arse. Oh, that's really bad. Anyway, we get the win. It wasn't an enjoyable one, but we did manage it. But for some reason, just because the ball didn't go out for about 20 minutes, we didn't make any subs, which isn't ideal with Ajax only 3 days away. We did manage to rest a few players, but we could have made changes earlier. Would have probably helped us. So, 5 points behind City. We scrape that win. I mean, where are Cardiff? They've lost 4 this season, 1-1. We should have, well, we did beat them. It was a game we should be winning. Next game, though, is going to be a much tougher test. And there we are, Maxi Romero, lofted pass and swerve. Only 65 swerve. Surprising, up to 83. How high can he go? That's the question. And we've had an offer for the horse from Toulouse. Probably make pate out of him there, wouldn't they? Anyway, right. Let's get into it. Champions League. We're back in the Champions League. It's a trip over to Amsterdam, and there's some pretty tired players in here. Maxi Romero, I think we have to start him. We'll try and take him off at half-time. We're going to start... Brunetta's looking tired. He shouldn't have played the full game. That was a mistake. It was a real mistake. Who should we start? I think Sessegnon needs a rest. We'll bring in the ever-dependable Facundo Kobos. That's not an issue at all. I mean, this has been a real fixture pile-up. We're going to have a bit more of a break after this. I think we've got to start Gnabry, slightly less tired than Juan. And then... Dozy. Keep that as it is. Yep, that's fine. So we can bring on the horse. Butland back in goal. Thankfully, we're going to need him against Kasper Dolberg, against Ziyech. Obviously, we've got Kluivert and De Jong playing against their old clubs. That adds a little bit of spice to this fixture. A lot of ex-Eredivisie players in this side. Romero, obviously, and Lucassen, both at PSV. So we know all about the Dutch league. We've got players with a lot of experience playing against this Ajax side. Will that help us today? Well, this is going to be a really tricky test. So here we are at the Cruyff Arena. Interesting choice because Cruyff is going to be one of the legend managers available in PES 2020. Should I do a Cruyff Master League story mode? It seems like the most sensible option. One of the pioneers of beautiful football. Obviously, sadly departed now, but it'd be a great memory, it'd be a great memorial for him, maybe. Well, just us doing a Master League story mode for Cruyff is not a great memorial for him in the grand scheme of things, but we would love to pay respect to a true artist of the game, who was a manager, obviously, and a player at the highest level. It'd be an interesting one. He's certainly got some interesting tactical approaches, much like Marcelo Bielsa. Let me know what you think. It certainly, from watching the early videos, does stand out, doesn't it? Lucassen into Maxi. This game's started at an incredible pace already. Chidozi comes streaming through, puts it in, looking for Maxi Romero. The header straight at the keeper. Kluivert into Kobos. Romero lays it off to Kluivert. Oh, it's a great ball into Serge Gnabry. Oh, it's great defending there. Kobos, though, into Maxi. He's crowded out. De Jong does well to win that back. Kluivert, that's a lovely ball into Serge Gnabry. Finds the ball into Maxi Romero. He's offside. Oh, not much in that. No real chances so far in this game. That is razor tight. I think he just about is off. Would have been goal number 1 in this game. But it's been very, very tight. It's been fast-paced. These players are going to be very, very tired. This is a really, really difficult one. Oh, good ball in, looking for Dolberg. Bernardo's come across. Ushers him wide. Lot of blue shirts back with him, but he's done really well to keep hold of it here. Chidozie, fucking hell. That is far too casual. The Nigerian there, the coolest man on the planet, somehow just putting his foot on that, on the goal line. And feeling like that was a fine way to deal with it. Oh, Lookman has got the better of Blind. Can he find Maxi here? He can. Maxi with the effort. Oh, Gnabry can't keep it in. Wow, end-to-end stuff here. Cerny has played through, and it's Serge Gnabry who's chased him all the way back. Cerny showed great pace here. Lucasen needs to get this right. Dolberg receives the back heel. Gomez can clear wildly. Long throw. Gnabry reads it well, but it's out in as far as Talisca. It's a clever ball. Talisca, another clever ball into Bande. Oh, fuck. Well, we've been unpicked there. Jesus Christ. Let's take another look at Bernardo's header. Was a good one. Talisca's ball in. Just couldn't get it back. And then it's Bernardo not tracking his man. It was a difficult track, to be fair. But, well, our pains in the Champions League continues. Lucasen, strong header. Kobos will find Kluivert here. Early ball into Gnabry. Romero, that's clever, out to Lookman. Possibly not worth the effort, but De Jong now. Through on goal. Couldn't get the goal against his old club to take us in at the break. Even Stevens here. This has been a really great Champions League game. De Jong will receive it here into Lookman. No. And that is going to be half-time. Fuck. Well, we've been more than a match for them. I'd say we're probably the stronger side. Yeah, the stats would suggest we are. The one difference between this game and the last game, well, not the one difference, there's a hell of a lot of differences. But the major difference is we haven't got the ball to Maxi Romero in a goal-scoring position yet, properly. Once we do that, I think we'll be fine. We need a draw today at the very least, otherwise we could well find our time in the group stage is over before we've even really started. Bernardo, good challenge. Still danger here as Bande puts it into Talisca. Oh, we've got some issues here with the changes. Oh my god. Get it away. Get it away. Nope. No. No. Oh my god. Butland with an important save there. But defensive calamities here. It's up in the air. Gomez couldn't get it clear. Fell to Ziyech. Great save by Butland. We need to stay in this. We need to stay only a goal behind. We'll force them into a rushed clearance there. Chidozie now into Maxi. Can he power through here? He can power through, but he can't get it on target. That was just brute force there. I don't know how he retained the ball there. Magnetic boots or something. Just get out the way. Just let me take a shot. Couldn't craft that one in. Just get it to him. Just get it. Feed the Maxi. Gnabry, nice ball out to the dozer. He'll cut inside here. So Lookman makes the run. Chidozie into Maxi, onto the right foot. Good effort here. De Jong, what the fuck are you doing? Rush of blood to the head there. That was a big mistake there from De Jong against his old side. Maybe the pressure of playing back against his old team has got to him here. Just needed to put a foot on it there. Think about it. This one's slipping away from us. 68 minutes gone. So this could be our last chance here. It's a pretty decent place for a free kick. Got the horse in there. We've got Maxi. Can De Jong get this one right? It's a good ball in. Chidozie's up for it. Doesn't get there. Patterson needed to win that. It's a good challenge though. We'll get to that ahead of Wijnaldum. Ball down the line into De Jong. Can he get a ball into the box? Steps back. Finds Maxi. Maxi with a tight angle here. Kluivert won't get to this, and that's good goalkeeping. And that will be everything for us here. Ah, so disappointing. So disappointing. That's pretty much our Champions League campaign over, I would say. 2 losses in the group. It's going to be very, very hard to come back from that. We played well, that's the real kicker. Just couldn't break him down. Some poor performances in the midfield, up top. No Juan Brunetta today. We didn't get the ball to Maxi anywhere near enough. I mean, we didn't do a huge amount wrong, we just didn't do much right. And that is, yeah, that's... Although Juve and Sporting still only with 3 points, we're going to need to do a lot better in our remaining games. That goes without saying. Anyway, not a very good start to the season, I think we can safely say. 6 matches, 3 wins, 3 losses. Lost obviously twice in the Champions League and once in the league. Shaky start. Sessegnon with 2 assists, that's good. Maxi Romero with 6 goals, obviously 4 of them in one game. We've conceded a lot of early goals. That's really interesting. Getting caught out of the gate. You would say that maybe would come down to complacency, which would make sense after such a good season, but it's not good to see. There we are. We can see Chidozi's been involved. A lot of passing, not a lot of it hitting its target though. Pretty good success rate on quite a few dribbles. Maxi Romero's finishing. Well, he's had a lot of chances. 29% for the season would be fine. You know, that's not a problem. Gnabry and Kluivert though, it's quite low. Lutman putting him away, that's fine. Chidozi with a lot of tackles. Look at that, 33 tackles made. Bernardo lacking a bit in the air, that's a shame. Something doesn't quite feel right at the moment. Maybe it's just going to take a few more games for all the new signings to click into place. Obviously the rotation isn't helping. That is never going to help, but it's just a problem that we have to deal with our busy schedule. Maxi Romero speed up to 87. Beware the dragon, that's all I can say. Anyway, we've got a game now and then a bit of a rest after this. Hopefully we can get a win against Villa. Got a little bit of extra cash there, 291,000. That must be the star player bonuses coming in for I think Kluivert and Romero. So next episode we're up against Villa in the league, newly promoted Villa, and then a nice big rest. But yeah, 2 defeats in the Champions League. Is our Champions League dream already slipping away? I hope not. See you in a bit.